Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Rory and welcome back to my channel. It feels so weird sitting in front of a camera like this considering it's almost been 10 years since I've made a face-to-face video on this channel. So much has happened since we last spoke. I graduated high school and I am now studying to receive my bachelor's in electronic media, which has been absolutely wild. Over the last semester, I have spent a lot of time thinking about all the videos that I used to make, and it made me realize that 13-year-old me might have been onto something. So, in response, this summer is dedicated to getting back into that era and creating videos such as this one and creative series that I love to make. The goal with these videos is to make people feel less alone and to share my story with the world. If you have yet to see my creative series that I made over this last semester, go watch Outrunnable. The 4-part miniseries Outrunnable follows a young girl's journey battling addiction. Each episode showcases an arc that she has to pass and is followed by a behind-the-scenes interview with some of the cast and crew. Stay tuned until the last episode to see a behind-the-scenes interview from me, the director, the writer, and the producer of Outrunnable 2025. Unlike 2017, where I mastered the art of Windows Movie Maker, I am now working with Adobe Creative Cloud, which has been absolutely amazing. It is one of the best things that I have done for my editing career because now I can edit in the comfort of my own home and prioritize my college career and my personal life as well as my family. That being said, if 13-year-old Rory knew that I was paying for an editing subscription, she would go absolutely insane. But enough rambling. Today, I'm going to be showcasing my May 2025 essentials as I go into the summer. The first thing on my list is LaCroix. I am very much addicted to LaCroix, which is so weird because when I was younger, I actually thought this was a very wealthy person drink, but I drink at least 2 of these a day. There's nothing I look forward to after a long run in the summer heat than a freezing LaCroix. It's one of my absolute favorite things, and more than likely it will probably be on every month's favorites because I never stop drinking these. It hits good in the summer months, the spring months, the fall, and even the winter. When the Wisconsin snow is cluttering the streets, you will see me drinking one of these on my walking pad. These are my 2 favorite flavors. This one is Raz Cranberry and this one is Black Raspberry. They pair well with every other drink too, so if you want to pair it with drink mixes and stuff like that, you can do that. Lately, I've been pairing it with my Bloom Nutrition, which goes really good. It just tastes like juice. Next, I'm going to be talking about my homemade Rice Krispie treats. The first recipe that I used, I just pulled off the internet and I added a 2/3 cup of protein powder, and it was absolutely so good. It was just regular Rice Krispies, and then I melted dark chocolate to put on top, so that way when you bite into it, it's just so crunchy. It's amazing. But this last recipe that I made was a s'more Rice Krispie, and I actually found it on the back of my Rice Krispie box. After my IBS diagnosis, I now know how I can eat without getting stomach aches, so I have been adding protein powder to quite literally every dessert that I make. I followed the s'more recipe and simply added a 2/3 cup of protein powder, and they're absolutely amazing. You can go ahead and add more protein powder if you'd like, or even add it to a frosting. But in my experience, a 2/3 cup is pretty much all you need. Now, as a runner, it is very important for me to stay safe out in the summer heat. My favorite full body sunscreen has been the Coppertone Sport 4-in-1 Performance, either in the 50, 70, or 100 range. It stops moisture, including sweat, heat, and water, and it stops up to about 97% of the UV rays. Even if I have a high sunscreen, I still like to reapply while I'm running, which leads me to my next item. I have always had a hard time carrying everything while I'm running, especially considering the majority of my shorts and running pants don't have pockets. It's a weird thing that I'm sure a lot of women experience, and up until recently I've been using a really busted up fanny pack that I found in my grandma's basement, which worked for a while, but then the stuff I was carrying on my run, including nutrition, water, sunscreen, all that, it became too much, so I ordered this running vest, and it has been absolutely life-saving. I've been recently training for half marathons too, so I'm often outside for long periods at a time. This running vest has so many pockets in the front. I'm able to store my keys, my water, my sunscreen, pretty much everything that I need, as well as some nutrition, and I think it's 1.5 liters of water in the back here that I can just drink on my run through this little tube. In the summer, it's actually really nice with this water here. As long as I put it in the fridge, it serves as kind of like a cooling patch when I'm out in the heat. The next thing I'm going to be talking about are my Homa gels. I've never had gels until now, and frankly, up until recently, I was very scared to try them. I kept seeing so many bad reviews because the consistency or the taste was bad while you were running. So I figured I would just go out on a limb and try the best reviewed one. Homa is actually really good. The consistency is kind of chewy, but it ultimately tastes like applesauce, and you only have to take about one of these to get your nutrition intake every 30 to 45 minutes. I would definitely recommend trying a neutral flavor like strawberry or blueberry first, because I went in trying the cafe mocha first and it was a little jarring. It wasn't bad by any means, but it's just, you'll just have to try it, I guess, and you'll see what I mean. The only ones I've tried so far are the blueberry, the mango, and the cafe mocha, and I think definitely I would have to say the mango is my favorite, which is weird because I'm never really a mango person. My next favorite item are crop tank tops, such as this one. Often, depending on the style, you can wear them out for pretty much anything. You can wear them for date nights, you can wear them out casually, or you can wear them on workouts. Obviously, I'm not going to wear this one on a workout, but I feel very confident in this. It fits my body pretty well, and I can go out without sweating all the time. This next item is very cool in my opinion because it really promotes the man's love, one man's trash is another man's treasure. At the end of the school year, me and my friend went out during finals week to do dumpster diving, which I'm sure that people have a lot of opinions on dumpster diving, but if you go, you need to be very safe. We use gloves, we are very clean, we use hand sanitizer, we don't actually go in the dumpsters despite popular belief. Most of the stuff is actually left outside the dumpster, such as what I'm going to talk about now. This is my LED Bluetooth battery light. I have it in my bedroom and it looks so cute. I don't know why someone would ever throw this out despite like not wanting to sell it. I've never been able to get behind just throwing stuff like this away. Like there's so many places that you can donate it. Some people don't have the luxury of having stuff like this, so it always irks me to see people throwing this stuff out. Like you can bring it to a Goodwill or a St. Vinny's or any convenience store / thrift store, and it just makes it so much easier for people to buy stuff like this. I could go on and on about this for hours, but this lamp is one of my favorite things. I can control it from my phone using the Surf Life app and change the color depending on the vibe I want. Next, I'm going to be talking about my running pad. I got it last winter because I was unable to go to the gym due to my busy schedule, and often whenever I would get home, I would feel so energized and I'd want to go for a run. However, for obvious reasons, you cannot go outside in the dark and run safely in a lot of places, and the gym was always closed when I would get off work. The running pad allows me to run or walk while in the comfort of my own apartment, and I can even put it in front of my TV so I can do my episodes of TV while getting a good walk or run in. It's perfect for rainy days and throughout the winter months, especially if you have a busy schedule. Next, I'm going to be talking about my passion for bread making. Last summer, I got really into making bread. I had a lot more time on my hands, so I started making like lemon poppy seed loaves or just regular bread loaves. But one of my favorite things to make are homemade bagels. They're super easy to make, and a lot of the time you will already have the ingredients in your own home. If anything, you may have to go to the store for raisins or yeast or anything like that, but most of the stuff are just regular baking items. Often I like to make my bagels in bulk, so whenever we want to grab a snack or anything that has to be really quick, we'll just grab a bagel out of the fridge or freezer, pop it in the air fryer, spread on some butter, cinnamon sugar, or anything, and then you will just have a kind of good snack or a meal. And it's really easy to do. The longest it takes is just for letting the dough to rise. The next item isn't really an item per se, but it's one of my favorite things that I did recently this last month. After the school semester passed, I really started to notice how much I was just rotting on my phone, scrolling through social media or TikTok videos or anything like that. And even if I had goals to do that day, I would often just spend hours on my phone instead. So I utilized the uninstall button and uninstalled pretty much all of my social media on my phone. Now I only go on my social media on my computer, so Instagram and stuff and TikTok and stuff will all be on my computer, so that way I don't feel the urge to scroll, and instead I'll be able to do everything that I want to do in the day. I started reading again, I started making these videos and writing scripts, and it's been one of the greatest blessings. I'm not quite sure how the upload settings work on the computer, but if anything, I will just download the app, upload my stuff, and then uninstall it again. It's kind of hard to break that rhythm of not being able to scroll when you have open free time, but it's bettered my relationships and it's bettered my health overall, honestly. I spend more time in the sun. I do pretty much everything I want to do without anything stopping me. The next two items kind of go hand in hand. First is my Apple Watch, and second is the Nike Run Club app. Using both, I'm able to monitor my heart rate, check my calories burned, my mileage, my steps, pretty much everything I want to know during my run. And all it takes is just a raise of my wrist and I'm able to see what I need to. I recently found out that the Nike Run Club app actually offers free guided runs and training for like whatever race you're doing. It's super nice, especially when you are starting out, because it not only helps you get through the run, but it provides you information on how to stay healthy and hydrated during your runs and how to prepare for the sport. It's even inspired me to start listening to Coach Bennett's podcast on Spotify to get more information on the sport. And lastly, another component that helps with my running and step calculations is the Treecard app. If you like supporting the environment as well as getting your steps in, Treecard is the app for you. The goal of the app is that with every 10,000 steps, you are able to plant a tree and help the environment around you. As you get further on in the app, you can change your trees so that way you can build up a higher step count to plant a different tree. Right now I only have about 20,000 steps until I'm able to plant my first banana tree, which is super exciting. But not only that, but this app allows you access to so many green purchases, such as like eco-friendly technology or thrifted technology, stuff like that that helps you recycle. Every time you plant a tree, you get points that help you build towards goals that you want to reach on the app. You can do stuff like remove plastic from oceans or plant other trees, or you can get vouchers like Home Chef, Apple Watch, Geology, stuff like that. And it even lets you get pretty much free plants to decorate your home, which is always a plus. The plant bundle that I'm working towards is the pet-free bundle because I have a cat, some of you are aware, and I don't want her to get sick when I have these plants. My camera ran out of space, so now I'm using my phone. Whether it be Apple products, plant bundles, or even just vouchers for other websites like Home Chef, you're able to use Treecard to your benefit. I'm always super excited to use the Treecard app because it automatically generates your steps as you take them, and it helps you better the environment. That's about it though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm super excited to start making videos like this again, and I'm so happy that I'm able to share all my gifts with you guys. Being in front of the camera like this allows me to better my skills speaking in front of a camera, because as someone who often works behind the camera, it can be pretty hard to sit in front of a camera and see myself in the camera, if that makes sense. It's super weird, and like I said, it has been almost 10 years since I've done this, so I'm really excited to get back into it. If you are interested in the content that I make, whether it be the creative films, videos like this, or even the podcast Rori's Room, please stick around. Hit the subscribe button and the notification button below, and you will be notified whenever I make a video. You can also follow my social media, and I will update as I do. Once again, I appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video, which I promise will be in this decade. Okay, bye.